one of the things we haven't talked about much in here other than creating things is you can use After Effects to create these effects that will blend in with your original footage. So sometimes you might want to make an effect that looks real or looks as if it's been included in a camera shot that you've taken. And one of those that we can do is CC Rainfall. So if I go over to my effects and presets and type in rain, I'm going to see that I have all these different presets that come up, but the one that we're trying to do is this simulation. So if I bring this rainfall over, you're going to see that by default it's going to create this rainfall kind of look, and I'm going to drop my resolution here to half in order to play this back because this is a pretty resource intensive thing. And now it just so happens in this footage we've got a light leak, which kind of makes it look like it's got lightning in the background, but that's not actually coming from this effect. So if we go up here to CC Rainfall, we can change the number of drops. So if I decrease it, you can see that it changes. If I increase it, you can see that it adds more. So I'm going to come down. If you can hold shift, you can add a significant amount of rain and kind of make like it's got a downpour. But I'm going to go down to about 900, and I'm going to change the size of these to a little bit bigger, and we're going to change the speed. So the speed will definitely determine how real it looks, because some rainfall changes, and then we can play it back and see what the difference looks like. So it kind of looks a little fake at this point, but we can add maybe some wind into it, make it look like the rain is blowing. Then we can also change the color. So if we want to make it look like a really, really light blue, can add that into here to give it a little bit more color. We could also go in here and increase the opacity. So that's going to make it, you're going to see, and that's going to look really fake here, but you can see more of the effect that you're trying to achieve. Now, one of the cool things you can do is this transfer mode. If you click on composite, you'll be able to composite with the original for After Effects to try and do its own blending of the layer that you're working with. So if we take this opacity down to about, let's say about 20, we'll leave it on composite. We can play it back and see that it's still trying to blend it with your original here. Now we'll change this variation in the wind. What that's going to do is it's going to create wind, but it's going to create a random sequence of wind, so it's not just blowing one way. So we can see that it kind of looks like we've just got a little bit of rain in the background, and I'm going to change the size, take it a little bit down. We'll increase the amount of drops, make it look like there's more rain. So we can see in this section that it's looking a little bit more realistic. Let's take the opacity up even further. You can see some more. And then you can also drop this down to change the background reflection. So this will be how much of what's going on in the picture is going to influence what your rain looks like. So think of it as if you were to have a bunch of mirrors going around. It's going to try and see what's going on in the what you're using right now. So we'll increase the opacity a little bit more. See, so we've got some big drops coming around, and then we're going to change the scene depth. Take it up a little bit. So we've got some drops here. And if we go into the extras, we've got the appearance, and then we've also got a random seed, just like the particle world. So the random seed is going to make it a little more random of what you're getting for your rain. So that's what you really want to look for to achieve the realistic effect. Now I can't really see what's going on, so I want to change it up to a lighten, and we're going to uncheck this composite with original. Let's see here. All right, let me go back. So now if we go onto the screen, you can see that we're just looking at the rain flow without the actual layer. So let's go ahead and bring this back to composite with original. So we're adding a little bit of rain there. Now, whenever you're coming back to look through all these different settings, making little bit of adjustments when you think that the setting or the preset is completely adjusted, you might want to even tweak a little bit more. So maybe, you zoom into a certain section and see what it looks like. So if we play this back, we can see more up close of what you're looking for. But this has been the Rainfall, CC Rainfall effect. And if you ever want to, go through and take it off, you can just click your effects here and then watch back to see what it looks like without it, and then add it in. And then add it back into your shot. So really cool preset that has a ton of different adjustments, but if you're really wanting to go for a rainfall look, maybe you've applied some type of color correction and you're trying to give it like a dim look and make it look like it's raining outside, you could do that with this effect.